Good evening, welcome, bienvenidos, greetings and salutations. Once again, Spotlight on Salem takes to the airwaves. And I hope that you're enjoying this quality programming on a giant plasma screen TV in full 1080p, high definition, so that you can see all my physical imperfections clearly. Well, it's better than watching it on an old black and white Philco TV where the channel selector was broken off because you and your sister were arguing over which program to watch and you're violently changing the channel back and forth till the knob comes off. And now your dad's yelling at you and getting you to change the channel with a pair of needle-nose pliers and you're praying to God you don't get electrocuted. Well, hopefully it's not like that for you. Anyway, my name is Mike Kemper. Welcome to Spotlight on Salem. If you wish to contact us, please send us an email to spotlightonsalem@yahoo.com. That is, unless, of course, you're going to say something disparaging or in any other way trash the show, at which point I would kindly direct you to my website, www.fuckyou.com. So good luck with that. Anyway, we're glad to be back. I'm so excited. In the studio with me is Songs for Alice. Thank you guys for being here tonight.
Hey. Yeah.
Well, let's start with some introductions here. Steve.
I am Steven, play guitar and vocals.
My name's Chris, and I play guitar and sing.
Hi, my name's Dave, bass guitar.
Chuck, and I play drums.
Awesome. So let's get to it. How did the name Songs for Alice come about? It's kind of a different name, so...
Yeah,
That was fun.
It was a difficult
Fun process, long
It was
process.
a process
Yeah.
by elimination.
We had, I think we started with like 125 songs and we came up with a little formula to vote and got down to 20, I think. We were our last 20 and all of a sudden Songs for Alice popped up.
Yeah,
there.
well, it came in a dream, remember?
Yeah.
That's how we added it. I don't even remember. We had practice, and we were talking about trying to come up with a name. It's like, we just couldn't do it. It's like the hardest part of starting a band.
Yep.
And I actually dreamt about that name that night, and I had no idea why.
What it meant, but it...
Yeah, I like woke up and I was just saying it in my head, and I Googled it like to see if there was something, and there was nothing, and so that's I brought it to these guys and
It made the list.
added it to the list, and then we just ended up
So out of
picking that
120 names, just one name, all of a sudden you're like, yeah, that works.
pretty much. It wasn't taken. That's a big
wasn't
thing. It's
taken,
like,
yeah.
It's like a lot of names. We're like, yeah, that's really cool, and then we look it up and like, oh, like
No.
5 other bands have
Yep.
that name. So yeah, this one. At the time that we looked it up, I've looked it up recently, and I've seen stuff now, but. Yeah, at the time.
That's what Sean McLeod was saying about the Pumps, that they kept getting harassed by some bandit. That's our name, you took our name.
Yeah.
People constantly messaging them, so.
Yeah, well,
kind of,
as far as I know, we had it first, so.
well, I haven't heard of anyone else, so that's a good start. So how did you guys all come together then?
Well,
Well, these guys were first,
Prison.
so I'll let them tell that story.
Well, we back in 2007, we had our first band that Steve and I were in together. We formed at a buddy's house, and we played, and we formed our first band. It was a 5-piece band, and then life happens. Members went away, and Dave at the time was in Iraq, and we were auditioning for a bass player, and Dave sent us an audition tape from Iraq.
Yeah, a
What?
little amp I recorded. Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Making the gigs was probably a bitch, though, I would think, from Iraq.
It wasn't too bad. I needed something to, break the insanity. But yeah,
I
mailed
bet
them
you
off a little
I
CD.
bet you seriously no other band in the world has ever gotten an audition tape.
That's crazy.
With somebody playing their instrument with a fire extinguisher over their left-hand shoulder with an M4, hanging off with a fire extinguisher. So nobody probably ever got it. But
So
we got it.
how did Dave know that were you guys friends before? Did he know you were
It was
looking?
right, actually, like days before we deployed. I knew the original singer, Rod Galloway, in the old band. Rod was in the National Guard, and we were talking right before I punched out. He said something about band music playing. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. And I go, I play bass. And he's like, oh, no, we've really been looking for a bass player. And I knew then Sergeant Major Kovich, Chuck,
Yeah.
It was just weird. I had
We
no
sang
idea
together.
they were
Oh,
in
nice.
music.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea they played at all. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, oh yeah. So I forgot what we were talking about. But that's how the three of us met and got together. And then when that actually Rod, our singer, he moved away, and then we just kind of had this pretty short period of time where we were just trying to figure out what we were going to do. I kind of think we all thought we were going to go our separate ways, and then I think one day Chuck, you called me or texted me or something and asked me if I wanted to get together and play.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you know, and then Dave, I think you called Dave.
Yeah.
So then the three of us right back together again. And in the meantime, I'm like, I had written a couple songs that I had already, and so I think I just brought those and we started jamming as a three-piece.
Yeah, one of those we're going to play tonight. Put up a fight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, two of them, because it was California Girl and Put Up a
right.
Fight. But we just worked on some stuff as a three-piece, and we ended up, we always plan on getting another person, and we asked a few people, we actually had some people come in and play, and nothing really worked out. I think at that point we were just kind of
Just didn't
okay
click,
with
yeah.
being a three-piece. We were just like going to roll with being a three-piece, and then this is a long story. And a friend of mine who lived in
6 years
Arizona
later.
at the time, I had been talking to him, and he said he was going to move back to Salem. And I said, oh, well, would you be interested in being in a band? Because that's how I know him. He was in a band in Portland. And he said, yeah, I'd love to. And I'm like, well, I'll just slide over and play guitar, and you can sing. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And so Christian is his name. He moved up here, and I think that was April of 2016.
Yeah.
It was first practice with him, and then 3 months later, I think, we cut a record, or an EP, and then a record after that, and then we played Make Music Day that same year, no, the next year,
The next year,
2017. And we didn't know at the time, but that was Christian's last show. He moved back to Arizona, and that day I happened to have been talking to Pelka.
Timing is everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was talking to Pelka that day because, ironically enough, the first interview that Songs for Alice did was being Christian. We were interviewed by Pelka.
Yeah.
That's a
For
crazy
his
story.
show.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
And so I don't even remember why we were talking that day, but it was literally.
I do. I absolutely
Do you?
remember.
What
yeah.
was it?
Well, I really liked Songs for Alice, and I hit you up because I was like, hey man, we want to play a show with you guys. And then you were like, oh, we don't have a singer
Yeah.
anymore. And I was like, oh, well, I'm pretty familiar with your music. If you guys have any gigs, let me know. I can fill in. And then he goes, well, we don't have anything booked, but why don't you come by? And so, yeah.
Yeah, and it was literally hours after I found out that Christian was leaving the band.
My favorite part of the story is on Make Music Day, which was the day before I had hit you up, because I was watching you guys play and I was sat there and I was paying attention and I was just like, man, these guys are good. We need to play a show with these
Yeah,
guys. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to contact them. But I was sitting there watching y'all play, and I remember watching Chuck play the drums, and then you when we were talking on the phone about me coming in, you were like, oh yeah, it's really funny because what happened was we were talking about who we would get to play, and I guess Chuck was saying that, like, man, there was this guy Make Music Day that
Yes.
was like really
Jamming
wild.
out.
That's right.
And he was like, I wish we could get that guy. And it was me.
And it was Chris. Right.
Yeah, and it was literally, I think, 1 week after we lost our original singer that he came in to try out whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And that was it. So.
I had a supreme advantage because I had listened to your music because I had you guys on the show, and I kept that. I had the EP is what I had. I didn't have the album, but I had the EP, and that sat in my car, in the stereo in my car for like a good probably 3 months, something like that. So I was really familiar with those songs, especially Put Up a Fight because that was my favorite off that EP. And so when it was like come time to audition, I guess. Yeah, it was an audition.
Yeah.
It was really easy to just go, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We didn't even hardly miss a rehearsal without
That's
a singer.
right.
We
That's
just
right.
Well, it was
Yeah,
a
it
week.
just kept
It was
going.
exactly
Yeah.
a week later that he
Just
came
kept
in.
going.
And then I think
Well, how fortuitous that you were able to step in and
Yeah.
you pretty much knew everything, so you didn't have to.
yeah,
Well, I still had to learn everything, but it's
familiar.
It was
It
fast.
was familiar. Yeah.
It was pretty quick. Chris picked up on the lyrics for all the songs real quick and shoot, we had a show not too
three
long after
three
that,
months,
and-
less than 3 months. It was
Yeah.
like two or 2.5 months later we had our first show.
Yeah.
With Chris. So yeah, it worked out pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome. The CD is really good, Distressor. It is available at fine retailers online. We're not allowed to mention brand names, but. And do you have the CDs available at the shows, the actual CDs?
We-
Highly recommend them.
We have some left.
Yeah, well, that's cool. So, yeah, my favorites, California Girl.
That's mine too.
We talked
I
about that
love that
earlier,
song.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I really like Dizzy. That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
And Forgotten Angel's a good
Dizzy,
one.
that's
too.
my wife's favorite song, and yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Forgotten Angel, that's that song I rewrote, I think, probably 10 times because I was never happy with it. So I'm glad that you say that's one of your favorites.
Yeah, it is.
Liz couldn't figure that one out.
And so who is the California Girl? She sounds like a real piece of work.
Chuck.
No.
You seem so nice. And
Yeah,
people
exactly. I am. I'm a nice guy.
That's whoever you want it to be.
Okay. I think there's a story there, but we'll leave it at that. Okay. And I understand you guys have a couple of new songs you're going to do for us tonight,
We
too.
are. Yeah, a couple new tunes.
I'm excited to hear. I heard them in the sound check. Sounds really good, so I can't wait to hear it in full performance. And so you're working on songs now, and you're thinking about doing a new CD.
Yes.
Yeah, we're working towards it.
Yeah.
We
We've
have a
got
little.
what? 4?
Yeah, we're on this band's original 4 songs, and we're working toward, trying to write about at least 4 to 6 new ones to go with that. And
Is
then
that
we'll
all?
cut another album and get that out on the street.
Oh, you have that new
Oh,
one,
I have
too.
one that we
Yeah.
haven't.
We-
worked on.
we-
I was
there's-
thinking we have more. There's
We
more
have,
out
we have
there.
4
have-
that are like done, and then we have pieces of other ones. that are
Yeah,
like,
we're getting close.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How do you find the time, Chris?
Well, so I have. I don't know how to answer that question. So I'm busy because I have a job where I run sound at a theater in town. Can I say the name? Does it
Yeah,
matter?
yeah, you can say
So
it.
Capital City Theater,
Yeah,
the
I've seen you
comedy
there.
club in town. Go
Yeah.
check them out. I run sound there and help out in a lot of insane ways. Basically anything I can do for them because I really
You do a
like
lot
the
of
place.
sound for other shows around town.
I used to do more.
Used to do more,
and
yeah.
then now they've hired me, and that's my
That's what
residency.
you- okay.
So when I can, I run sound at other venues.
I like it when you do sound because you're always focused. And
Thank
I know if
you.
you're there, it's going to be dialed in.
It's really important to me that things sound good. So
And I
yeah.
can tell you're
Yeah.
very focused when I see you out and about. And I might
helps.
also mention aspiring actor. I saw your stint
Oh yeah, yeah.
in Blackfinger.
Blackfinger.
Give a mention to that. I enjoyed it. I thought we
It's-
went to the world premiere. It was a fun night.
It's goofy.
It's
but-
goofy, but it's fun, and a lot of Salem people are in it. So,
Yeah.
and it's just one of the things to celebrate about Salem. So,
Yeah, I'm actually currently in production for that director's next film, but I have a much smaller part because I just can't dedicate the time. So.
oh,
But
okay.
But yeah, that's fun. I like being on camera, obviously. But yeah, I have that, and then I also am in another band called Red Spectre, and aside from that, I do some audio engineer stuff on the side, and then I'm a dad, and I don't know what else I do. I don't sleep much, that's for sure.
That's the thing I pick up on.
Yeah, yeah.
I know,
Checking
you even
your
slept
social
through a
media.
practice not too long ago.
Right.
It did happen. It did happen.
That is true.
Yeah, I sure
Yeah.
did.
Okay. So, you got any gigs coming up in the near future? Anything you want to mention?
Our next one's not scheduled till June, right?
We're going to be doing chicken stock with the M69s out in Hillsboro.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
that's a good double lineup right there.
Love
That's-
those guys.
that's-
Yeah.
and then
There's
we're-
several bands on that.
on that bill, yeah.
I don't know if it's
absolutely.
totally locked down who's all going to be on there yet, but
Right.
that's June 29th.
Yeah.
Are you guys not doing Make Music Day this year?
I'm sure we.
Oh, we will.
I don't-
Yeah.
Absolutely, we will.
Okay, yeah.
We will.
Yeah, I caught your set last year there.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah, I'm
Victory
sure we'll do
Club,
that.
so.
And then we actually have a show scheduled at Boone's
At
too
Boone's,
on
coming
July
up and-
27th, I think.
I don't remember.
I know we're terrible.
That
but-
that sounds right.
Sounds about right.
It's-
Check our calendar.
We write them down.
Yeah.
yeah.
June and July we're playing somewhere at some point.
Right.
Awesome.
Trying to get to this album is, that's
Yeah.
kind of what we're.
So who's doing the bulk of the songwriting then? I understand you do some of that too, Chuck, or
It's a
majority or
collaborative effort.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of been our style all along ever since like Steve and I got together. Steve and I collaborate on a lot of our music for the band, and everybody in the band brings, either an idea, a melody, they'll bring the lyrics or something to the table, and then we'll collaborate on it as a band and we'll put it together. Or
Okay.
it might just be one of those things where I'm in the shower, I make up a song and say, here we go.
Here it is.
We're playing
Here's
it.
how it goes.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like the
Okay.
one we're going to do tonight called Should You.
Should you?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we get to it then? Let's do some songs.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
wonderful.
All right.
Yeah.
You got me burning. You got me burning. That's right, You got me burning. That's right, You got me burning. Yeah. Should you ever try and listen? Should you help nobody you know? You tried to play the system. You know what I'm saying is true. Can you just go away? Can you just leave this place? Should you fall by the wayside? Should you fold your cards and run? You got something for nothing, and the shit's already begun. Should you leave it all behind you? Should you tell nobody you know? You tried to play the system. You know what I'm saying is true. Can you just go away? Can you just leave this place? Every time I look at you, my soul is burning. Inside myself, I'm really turning. Trying very hard, but I'm losing sleep. Gonna break away, but I'm in too deep. Can you just go away? Can you just leave this place? Can you just fly away? Can you just give me space? I hit the town, just looking for a way out. I saw her from across the room, but she's a total knockout. I took her home, and things got better by the minute. It took me too long to realize I had to quit it. Young Vixen with the cocaine kick. She gets her way by shaking her hips. She'll tell you that she loves you, but you know that she's just wasting your time. She'll do anything to get what she wants. Turn your life into a ticket bomb. She'll tell you that she loves you, but you feel like you're just losing your mind. She's got a way that makes me feel persuaded. But the more I think about it, I've been manipulated.
Songs for Alice. God damn, you guys killed it. I love the new songs.
Thank you
very much.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for being on the show and giving up your time. I appreciate it so much. And until next time, another episode of Spotlight on Salem.